So our brain uses two types of dopamine to keep you alive and focused, right? So first is tonic dopamine, right? So let's talk about this. So tonic dopamine versus phasic dopamine. So they're running a scam using one to kill the other. So let's start with tonic, right? So tonic dopamine. So think of this as like your baseline status, right? So your internal wealth, right? So this is like the steady, quiet, consistent flow, right? It's the feeling of deep satisfaction, of, peace of mind, following through on your structure and hitting your goals, right? It comes from slow rewards. So finishing a book, finishing a research paper, getting to the gym, getting some money in the gym, feeling like finishing a grueling workout, 6 hours of like deep work, right? Like waking up, feeling refreshed, right? Holding a meaningful conversation. So tonic dopamine gives you like endurance. It gives you resilience, right? And internal stability. It makes you a person of presence, right? A person who's not easily swayed and easily manipulated by every external stimulus. Now, the app designers, right? The app designers, the tech giants, the casino runners, they hit you with phasic dopamine, right? So this is the scam. This is the false profit, that fast spike, fast fade that we talked about earlier. It's the quick, unpredictable reward for the least amount of effort. It's cheap, beloveds. So notification, a surprise like, a video hook. And the worst part, y'all buy the shit, caught up in the hype. You see the trending topic, you see the flashing colors, and everything, it just starts to jump on your feed without questioning, like, why am I looking at this? Why do I want to be engaged in this? I be saying some certain stuff on my phone. I look at it, I be like, man, I ain't got time for that, man. Because timing is everything. My time is important, right? And I want to dispel this notion right now that you can't buy back your time, right? Everybody got 24 hours. You ain't buying 25, 26, 27. You ain't doing it, right? You only allotted 24. So whatever you choose to do with that, you do with that. But all this manosphere, brosphere talk about buying back your time, that just don't exist. So whenever something that I'm not personally engaged in, or it's not making me better, it's not helping my business, it ain't helping anything that I got going on, I ain't got time for it. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Now, when you try to sit down and, actually do business, right? Do the things that you need to do to progress, sit down, read a contract, work on your business, build your business up, talk to a man or a woman, talk to your lady about something real in your relationship. The brain says, this is boring. This is a waste of time. This doesn't hit like the feed, right? So that task starts to feel heavy, right? That book feels slow. You have to pay what we call a flatline tax because you moved the goalposts, beloved. You are now a dope fiend chasing that spike just to get back, beloveds, at a functional level. You are running on empty, constantly looking for that external jolt, right? So you lose your internal sovereignty, your peace of mind, because you outsourced your mood to a billion-dollar algorithm that only cares about your attention, beloved. They're not worried about nothing else. I don't know if y'all looked at the algorithm, what's going on. You can curate your algorithm all you want to. They're going to show you what they want to show you. Even if it's, you got 1 million plus people out here talking about things like educational, health, taxes, how to help you become the best version of you. They not showing that, beloveds. They showing the bullshit. So understand the math, beloved. Stop chasing the spike and start rebuilding the baseline, beloveds. They built the app on a variable reward schedule. The same one that makes that gambler in the slot machines pull that lever again and again and again and again, right? They know if they make the reward unpredictable, if they give you a baddies picture right now, right? They give you a funny comedy video later and a viral tweet in between, your brain learns to hunt that hit on a short 10-second cycle. You become a dope fiend waiting for the next hit, beloveds. The moment that tiny high fades, your brain registers the dip. It doesn't like the low. So what does it do? It demands another swipe, right? You are now in a loop, not a choice. You are operating on an externally triggered mode, beloveds, trained to react every time the machine shakes the cup. So bottom line, beloveds, the feed isn't showing you content. It's just training your circuits second by second, right? Crumbs over meals. So keep playing that schedule and you'll keep paying and things that are important to you, beloveds. Your focus, your memory, your sleep, your peace of mind, right? That's why so many people right now are slugging themselves out with short form content. I mean, think about it. People have to do the craziest shit ever just to keep your attention for the first 5 seconds of a video. They've essentially become a hoe for the algorithm. But here's the thing, beloveds, this is not permanent damage. It's training. It's the same plasticity that wired the itch, wire discipline. But we've been trained to only want the itch, right? So reps built the reflex. Reps can also undo it.